Hello there, my YouTube family, coming to you live like I promised. We're doing this on every Thursday night in the lateness of the hour. It seemed to be a good time for me, and I want to appreciate you for joining me in this uh, um, portal tonight. We are talking about something that many of you are interested in. You notice that sometime after the narcissist is long gone, you are having dreams. You're still thinking of the narcissist. You're still dreaming of the narcissist. Can't get them out of your mind. You just can't get them out of your head. So you dream of the narcissist. They seem to just stay there. Well, the narcissist, because of the level of mind engagement that you've had with the narcissist, sometimes you'll find that they're in your dreams. Sometimes it's the last thing you think is the first thing you dream. The last thing you say is the first thing that influence. The last thing you see is the first thing that comes up in the dream. And so the narcissists are very equipped with handling your dreams. And so we want to talk about that. Let's talk about that. You've emailed me, and many of you are saying that I'm having a problem with the narcissist. I am actually dreaming of the narcissist. I've been no contact for 6 months. I've been no contact for a year, but he's still in my head. How come I can't get him out of my head? Or you are with the narcissist and they're stealing every dream, destroying every dream, plans, goals, strategies, anything that you have that suffice you, that is good for you. The narcissist is influencing that to their own behavior mode, and you feel trapped. You feel that you are just set up for failure, and you're not. You're not set up for failure. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about why you are going through that. Hello there. G, how are you? Thank you for joining me on tonight. Just be real. Thank you. G said, please light up the stream. Oh, it needs more light. It needs more light. Is that better? Good evening. How are you? I hope that's a little bit better for you. Is that better? To light this up. All right. So can you see me better now? If you can, say yes. She said, a mode for Dr. Carmen. Lots of love. Okay. You know, it is so good to be with you. We are talking about it. Those of you who are subscribing, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Those of you who have not, please go and subscribe through my YouTube channel. Hopefully this another light. Is this enough light? Can you see me okay? Can you see me okay? Say yes if you can. Say yes if you can. Hopefully this is good. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How are you doing? It's so good to have you on. She said that the team on NPD and relationship. Yes, absolutely. Oh, great. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the narcissist and how they influence your dreams. And no matter how, you just can't get them out of your head. It takes a while for them. You can get them out of your house. You don't just immediately get them out of your life. Based on the level of influence, the time you spend with them, the verity of the torment, it can have an impact on your mind. And many of you saying, I'm not sleeping. And when I do sleep, I'm thinking of the narcissist a lot. And you're thinking, you're dreaming of them. She said, oh my God. She said, been dreaming a lot about mine all week and have been apart. See, this is what I'm talking about. I know, and that happens. You dreaming about them because the level of impact, they really, really took your mind through trauma. And a lot of times, the trauma bonding takes a lot of energy out of you, and you got to constantly replace that energy. You have to constantly relocate your mind from the place where you feel inferior to get into the rightful place that you are. And the narcissist that is skilled, especially when they start hitting mid-grade, they become aware of what they're doing. So it's no longer where like the lower narcissist that may not be aware of what they're doing. She said, I have a daughter with minds. Oh, okay. So you have a situation where you can't just get out of it. She said, I dreamed that I was at the narc's funeral. I know a lot of people dream that. That's a dream that most people have, believe it or not. She said, T and I, she said, I moderate for Dr. Carmen. Thank you for all you put in her and having us here tonight. Oh, you are so welcome. I have a moderator. Her name is Tebow. I'm looking for her. She always does things for me. I've been off the grid, coming on live for a while, but it is a pleasure to be back with y'all. And thank you so much for your support. You all are fabulous. We are a family. We are a team, and together we do it. She said, when I dream of mine, he calls me and I invite him back. She said, now he's gone again. So she says, I'm so sick of this 8 years and I'm not seeing any change. Well, you know, he's a narcissist. That's what they do. They go through all of these patterns. And the pattern is to love bomb you to get back in, love bomb you when they want something, degrade you when they don't, make sure you go through evaluation, and they silent treat you to train you, and they give you trauma bonding so you'll never get rid of them. They can get rid of you, but trauma bonding will make you hold to them. And then after that, they discard you. The discard is never permanent. There are times when the narcissist does permanent discard, but usually you do the permanent discards, because they'll leave 2 years and all of a sudden show up from the last place they left you like nothing ever happened. And those of you probably experienced that with the narcissist. Yeah. All message visible. Yeah. And see, some of you experience that with the narcissist. Well, in your dreams, when the narcissist torment your mind, if you see your mind under a sonogram, when you are being tormented in your dreams by the narcissist, you will see these dark areas, these misfires, where your mind is trying to cope with all of that torment and all of that pain. And it can hurt you in the long run, where you start having mental blocks, where you start having mental breaks, where you have long distant thoughts. That means this thought is so distant that what's in the middle make you forget what it was that you was originally thinking or originally doing. And some of you probably noticed that you are having serious memory loss. She said, yes, please light up that screen. Okay. Well, some of you are having memory loss because the narcissist want to impact you to his benefit. And the only way to impact you with a narcissist is to make sure you remember them. That's why when the narcissists train you, they train you in a pattern. If you notice, your narc would do the same thing over and over and over and over again. That wasn't unintentionally. That was intentional, because what the narcissist wants you to do is to make sure that you stay there, that you can't do without them. So they teach you how to depend on them. They teach you how to love them. And they teach you how to need them. So the narcissist, once the narcissist teach you how to need them, then it's hard for you not to need them. It's hard for you to start your independent self. It's hard for you to be what you need to be. So they envelop your mind so in the cognizant, on the frontal lobe, until by the time you get into your subconscious, they are there. They are there still tormenting. And then they make you feel guilty, because sometimes some narcissists that are dream masters who know that can illustrate a form of witchcraft where they're doing it in your mind. You hear them in your mind, you see them in your mind, then it gets up, and some of that plays out in the day because they need to regurgitate that to get it fall deeper into the mind. How many of you are having dreams about the narcissist, and he's not there or she's not there. So how many of you are having dreams about the narcissist? She's not there and he's not there, but you are having dreams. Yeah, okay. Carolina, KH Carolyn said, yeah, I am having dreams. Who else? Just be real. You are having dreams. Okay. And the narcissist is not there. Sheila said, I am. Okay. This is definitely an appropriate topic for tonight. It's definitely an appropriate topic for tonight because it's intentional. You have been under mind control, and this mind control goes into the dream state. This dream state carry on, and they keep you in a dream state. If you notice, you get up. Sometimes it's like you're in a dream state when you get up. She said, no, not yet, and I hope it doesn't happen. So U.S. Charger, are you away from the narcissist or are you still with the narcissist? She said, I've been away for a year. She said, and I've been asking God to take the evil spirit out of my dream and daily thoughts. Absolutely. See, that's almost a form of invisible coaching, they say. That's what they call it, invisible coaching. Invisible coaching is when the narcissists play themselves out in your mind, but they are always coming back. You always see them with you, and you always see yourself with them. She said, I've been away for 9 months. Wow. And you're still having this. Yeah. She said, I am. Please see my comment at 12 a.m. Oh, you're going to come. Okay. I'll look at the comments at 12 a.m. She said, we've been separated since mid-July. And okay. And you haven't had any dreams yet. Well, it doesn't happen to everybody, but quite a few people, when they're away from the narcissist, they have dreams about the narcissist. You got to remember, the narcissists consider you as their property. You are not free. Even though you're away, you may not have seen them in 6 months. They may not have hoovered you in 9 months. Then all of a sudden, a year and a half, they show up. And then when they show up always in the love bombing stage. Unless you reject them, then they get malignant because they're wounded, they're hurt, and you cause a narcissistic injury. So when the narcissist is with you, the narcissist does things on clockwork, because when you want to train the mind, you've got to be repetitious. So the narcissists do the same thing over and over. And you may notice some of the narcissists do bed talk. When they're with you in bed, they're whispering in your ear their voice. They want you to remember the tone of their voice, the frequency of their voice. They make noise with their voice. And I'm not talking about you're making love, anything like that. They want you to hear the tone of their voice. They're training your mind for when they leave, they can trauma bond you and you can come back. She said, my narcissist is my mother-in-law. Help. We are really praying for you, Miss Detroit, because that can be, I know about that one. That can be hellacious. That can be really difficult. And I deal with a lot of people who are dealing with that. She said, we separated in May. I have dreams, then go back together in July, but broke up mid-July with no dreams. And I thank him every day. She said, I dream of him because I foolishly let him back. See, now you see what I mean. 2 years and a new baby later. I need more reprogramming. Okay, see what I need to more reprogram, right? And this is what I'm telling you. If you notice the narcissist when you were with him, his voice, he always wanted his voice in your ear. That was training you. That's retraining the mind. Most narcissists have had so many relationships until they got it down pat. They can do the best love bombing in the world. I don't think nobody is better than them. You know, they do the best love bombing in the world, and they know how to hook you. And some of you are still in the early stage where you can strategize. You got a baby, you can't just leave. There is a court system, and they can be charging with abduction or abandonment. So you can't just leave, but you can strategize, because there's going to come a time he's going to discard. If you are there and you start gray rocking, he's not getting fuel, he will discard. He needs fuel. She will not stay there without it. And so those of you who are having dreams and having nightmares, what you got to do, you got to fill your mind with music, fill your mind with literature. Because remember, the first the last thing that you engage is the first thing that hit your mind. And so to get that narcissist out, because they got such a stronghold on your mind, they got such a stronghold in your thoughts, and they make you afraid of losing them. So you are fearful of losing them. And so you're occupied. You can be with a narcissist for 50 years and never have security that they're going to be there with you. They're going to be there for you. It's going to always be this sense of leaving. You will always have insecurity. She said that the custody battle begins. Pray for me. Keep on healing. Oh, yeah. You got, I will go on some videos. And especially Dr. Bryan has some dealing with the courts. And there's one other individual. She is a divorce lawyer, and she is a narcissist specialist. And hers are really good. They are very, very, very good. And I'll get that information and post it down in the comments once I finish this. I'll look up that for you. But what happens is the narcissist is training your mind to engage them, to love them, to be one with them. The narcissist want you so controlled until you notice that if there's any God, any form of worship that you're having, they want that replaced by themselves. They don't want you to worship anybody but them. They don't want to just be your husband, your lover. They want to be your God. She says, it's been years since I've been with my ex, and he still haunts me in my dreams from time to time, and they are vivid. Absolutely. Believe it or not, sometimes narcissists that does that may be in a form of witchcraft. They may be in a warlock form, and they may have taken some items from you or praying over you, lighting candles, because when it's more intense, it's usually more than a natural narrative of just the narcissist. There may be some spiritual aspects involved in that. So you can write me. I would like to talk to you more, but I would like to talk to you one-on-one, and we can get into, if you like, some sessions with that where I can assist you, because we need to reprogram your mind by putting other things in your mind, and we need to go into the depth of your mind with literature, with affirmations. And these affirmations are just not in your mind, they're in your mouth, and you need to say them until they start dropping into your subconscious and it start to replace the narcissist. If the narcissist has been with you for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, then that's how much literature you have to get. But you need to start getting those affirmations. Buy you a little tape recorder and get sayings that's going to be positive toward yourself. Put that on the tape recorder. Get into a bath. Put up your candles, your incense, your fragrances, whatever you do. I had one young lady, she buy expensive colognes, and she just wash her room down that she's going to be in with expensive colognes all over her walls, dressers. And then she sprays, and she may have a time of just meditation, up on quiet music, and she sits there and she says to herself who she is and what she is. And Christians can get scriptures to read those scriptures to strengthen themselves in that, because these are affirmations. And then those of you who got positive professions, then you take those affirmations and you're saying them constantly over and over and over again. But you have to be disciplined, because it takes that many affirmations to train your mind, to put other things in your mind, to block out all the things that the narcissist has said and the narcissist said to you about you. You're going to need something on a constant basis that's going to wear out the words of the narcissist, that's going to take away the words of the narcissist, because the narcissist was very diligent in what they did to make sure that you never recover it. Even if they don't come back, they don't want you to recover it. And if you get someone else, the reason they do this too, because if you get someone else in your life, you will be challenged by your past. You will never get over your past. So you can't even build a new relationship, because you still holding on to the narcissist, or you still in love with the narcissist. And they are dream stealers. How they steal your dream is to occupy your mind. They're dream destroyer. Usually the dream destroyer is the narcissist that is still with you, and they are devaluating you, and they are making you feel inferior every moment. They're isolating you, and they start to steal your dreams, because this starts to weigh in on your mind. She said, I smooch and ask for protection, also forgiving him and praying for him. She said, my empathic character wants peace between us, so I pray for it. You know what? The Bible said to forgive and you shall be forgiven. We don't hold anything against the narcissist. That we don't do. And see, you're an empath, so I can understand where you're coming from. This is why I am doing a teaching on, I'm doing a session, Dr. Brian and I, on the 24th of October. It is a registration fee of $80. And these $80 is $20 per hour. It's 4 hours, it's $20 an hour for a plethora of information we're going to give you, because a lot of time empaths, if you're empathic, you're an empath, not just empathic. We can all be empathic. But if you are an empath and you are being tormented in your dreams, even in your dreams, it leaves a sense of responsibility to the narcissist, because you will think he's still broken, and it'll leave guilt to you because you didn't think you did your job. So with the empath, I think, having more severe than a regular person who is being tormented by the narcissist, because the empath, they take things in, they soak things up, they absorb things, where the regular person experience it, hurt from it, but the empath carry it as if they did it and they're wrong. They take the place of a narcissist. So when the narcissist goes in their dreams, belittle them in their dreams, or the narcissist say, come back, like many of you see, that was a code. They coded your mind to get in that dream. And you may see that you may dream about the narcissist, you may think about the narcissist, and they may even call or text you, and they're saying the thing that you dream about is happening to them. That your mind is coded. And sometimes they can enchant or spend chantings over candles or of some form of witchcraft, and that frequency can go to you. And remember, a soul tie makes you one with that narcissist, where they can feel you and you can feel them, and you know what they're going through and they know what you're going through, because they are experiencing you. And in your dreams, it's no different, except it's in your subconscious. It's deeper than your conscious level. It had to be brought from the subconscious to your conscious level. And they want to get you while you sleep, in your most relaxed stage, because you can fight in the dream. It can be anything. In the dream, you can run in the air. In the dream, you can jump out of the sky and land on a sponge cake. That's in the dream. In the dream, you can swim through strawberries, and the strawberries can be big as a house, and you turn around, bite the strawberry, and keep on swimming. You can be underwater with strawberry jam, because the dream can produce anything. And the narcissists want to get in your dream, and they will begin to form what is going to happen. They'll get with you, and the code in the dream is take them back. Take them back. You can't do without them. And then you do it. And like the people here, you see the people here that are saying what happened, it was worse when he came back, because they still left. And that's what the narcissist will do. The narcissist will still leave. It doesn't guarantee that he will stay. She said, remember to guard your privacy. Okay. The T's. She said, I've been no contact for over a year. She said, but he hoovered me in my drink. See, that's coding. While my defenses are down, that's coding. She said, I've been sleep deprived and feel Hoover coming. Do they drink? She said, do they receive dream supply? Of course they do. They call that thought fuel. Thought fuel. They imagine how you are, and if they know you're miserable, like you say, you can't sleep, you're sleep deprived, that gives them fuel. If the narcissist can't get actual fuel, they will get the fuel from your sleep. They will get the fuel from your thoughts. Any fuel is fuel as long as you're miserable. The narcissists never want you engaged happily without them. They want you in the most miserable form there is. Even to the point, some narcissists, if you with someone, they will approach that individual and say, y'all still together, and they need to leave. The narcissist can be very bold because you are property and you belong to the narcissist. Your dream makes up your caliber of who you are. because there are some dreams that are message in the dream. They'll strengthen you. But when the narcissists get in there and deprive you of your dream, if you notice, when you're deprived of your dream, you're deprived of energy, you're deprived of thoughts. She said, I still smell the narcissist present from time to time. How do I get rid of that spirit and have been in no contact for 7 months? The choice is powerful. Let me tell you something. Choice is powerful. The narc act is if they're your God. But you got to remember, the reason you think that you were trained during the relationship, he may not be all that powerful, but in your mind, he is. In your mind, he stays because he trained to be that. You got to retrain your mind. There's no magical portion that's going to get the narcissist out. You have to make a decision. I'm done. I'm finished. It's enough. And you're not going, you ruined my life when we were together. I'm sure it's not going to let you ruin my life. And we're away. You're not going to walk in my life and you're away from me. You're not going to dominate my life and you're away from me. I'm going to do everything I can. And so now it's time that you to get project oriented. You structure your rest. But you need to get busy. You need to do something that fulfills you. And when it fulfills you, you can't think of the narcissist and you're occupied and focused on something else. You need to gather your focus. You need to implant. You need to perceive, foresee, and you need to activate. That means you need to activate these things in your life that is going to foresee what is happening and that's going to magnetize the right thing in your life. Because once you start putting knowledge, it's knowledge for knowledge. If you were a person and you was totally occupied, let's say you were a social worker and you was occupied with problems. So you dream about everybody's problem. Now you become a financier and you really love being a financier, so you do a lot of counting things. And so in accounting, now it's numbers. What you did before about problems is gone and it's replaced with number. It's called the law of replacement. You got to replace the knowledge that the narcissist did through your mind, through your emotions, and through your life and with your time. And so what you have to do now is do the same thing he did, but you are turning it. You're giving affirmation where he gave devaluation. You're giving strength where he made you weak. You're giving yourself loyalty and faithfulness while he was triangulating and while he was just totally diminishing you. You're building yourself up. And it's the same thing he used, words. He used words with that. He used words with your emotion. He told you was nothing and nobody will ever want you. Well, I'm here with you, so somebody got to want me. You know what I mean? He'll make you believe. If you keep hearing something, you start off not believing. Then now you're believing it because he done said it so much. Ephesians 6:11, New International Version, said, put on the full armor of God that you may be able to stand against all the schemes of the enemy. Of course you can stand against the schemes of the enemy. Of course you can put on the full armor of God. But check this out. It also said in Ephesians, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. So that means that I can have all of my armor and my shields are down. Guess what? It's being hit. I got on the helmet. It's being hit. Got on the breastplate. It's being hit. Got my loins girded about with truth. Still being hit. Feet sharp to preparation gospel of peace. Being hit. Got the sword of the spirit. Being hit. Because there's nothing that is shielding you. And what needs to shield you is the word of God. David said, the Lord is the shield for me, the glory and the lifter of my head. So what you can do is shield yourself. And that's why I'm telling you about these affirmations. Everybody that I'm talking to on this is not Christian. The Christians know to read their Bible. Then you have Buddhists. Buddhists go to the Buddhist temple, Shintoism. I don't know all they do, but we as Christians know that we take the word of God and that becomes our shield. That becomes your breaker and your barrier. It breaks off the power of the enemy and it put up a barrier so he don't reattack. And so what you have to do is take your mind, fill your mind. Positive things, buy positive books. Christians, you have your Bible. You have other books and aids that can strengthen you. And so what happened is you have to strengthen your mind. We got to be big girls and big boys here. My grandmother used to say you got to put on your big girl panties. You know, that means a real big one that you can't fit, and when you can put you and the whole house inside of them, those are the type you wear. Because what the narcissist does is so damaging until it hits your core and your subconscious in your brain. And it's so detriment until when they do an ultrasound, they can see the damage that the narcissist done by you being with them on the MRI. She said, yes, the fatigue, the sleep, the deprivation, sleep deprivation, memory problem, restlessness are draining. She said, it hindered me from focusing on my goals, and I'm preoccupied with surviving, not thriving. She said, it's a bad state of mind. Yeah, Jessica said, it breaks your spirit. Absolutely. And see what the narcissists do. They don't want to just break your will. They want to break your spirits. Like when you train your child, you want to train your child by breaking the spirit off of them, but you don't want to. You want to break their will or train their will, but you don't want to break their spirit. The narcissist breaks your spirit. And when you have a spiritual break, it takes time to rebuild you, to get that strength back, because you're drained out of life. It's more than just energy, is you're drained out of life. And that's why the narcissist is a sleep destroyer. When he's messing with your goals and he's messing with everything it takes for you to function in the day, that's the dream destroyer. Because what are your dreams? Your goals and your plans and what's going to cause you to progress and what's going to cause you to get ahead. The dream stealer is when he come in the night. They call them night stalkers, because they come in your dream and they whisper in your ear. He may be whispering in his house, but you hear it in your bed at another house. And you start thinking, that's why you feel like you should take the narcissist back. That's why the narcissist will make you feel that if you hadn't did this, I wouldn't have left. You know I love you. You know I do everything. Or they cry. Narcissists can cry all day. On those tears, everyone they drip called lies. They're not sorry. They're going to do the same thing again. And those of you, how many of you took the narcissist and you went back and it was worse when they came? How many of you took the narcissist back? She said 4 months. This is Sharma saying 4 months, no contact. Absolutely. And see, 4 months is still early in. So a lot of things you still in the beginning processes of cleansing, of purging, of recovery. You're still in the young process. If you're with a narcissist for 3 months, it can take up to 2 years. But it can, how can I say, it can go faster if you are more receptive. The reason it takes longer is because people are still getting over the narcissist. Most of them, she said, yep, this is U.S. Charger. Yep. So most of the time, they're in you. The narcissist, you never had a relationship. Your skin loved them. You know what I mean? Your eyebrows love them. Your left ear winked at them. You know, they were so magnanimous in the love bombing. They can look like a frog and have horse teeth. You think they're the most handsome thing in the world. And you're the only one that didn't notice that when y'all was walking down the street, everybody went to the other side of the street. Because you think the narcissist is handsome. You think they're beautiful. They're in your heart. Like nothing else can get in your heart. And they are idols. They want to be worshipped. They don't want to be loved. They want to be worshipped. That's why if you hold back your love for them, they will say, you don't love me. They want all of you, because when they hurt you, they want you to hurt to the core. And they know they have to, because they're not satisfied. They are not fulfilled unless they hurt you. And when they hurt you, they want you broken. Remember trauma bonding. She said, treat them like wicked, lazy children, because that's what they are. Oh, that's good. She said, hey, it's me. Yeah, they are. She said, I'm 8 weeks pregnant. And he purposely impregnated me, but now he's given the silent treatment. He's 49, I'm 21. Not sure what to do, I think. There's nothing you can do. You're being trained. When someone don't speak to you, when someone don't talk to you, what do? They all in your head. Because you're thinking, what I do? What can I do? So you start serving them, you start doing things. And the more you do for them, the deeper the silent treatment goes. Because you are being trained. And you are being trained to be framed for them. And you're going to go to sleep. See, right now, that's the dream stealer. Because when he's silencing you, you go to sleep with everything on your mind. You can't have sleep. And see, one thing the narcissists do, problems and situations, when you love a narcissist, they know it's going to tire you out. They know you're going to take it to bed. And so before they hit you with something, they take all of your energy away, all of your strength, especially if you're aggressive. If you're aggressive in your personality, you're pretty strong in your personality, they wear you down and then they attack you. They will not attack you until they wear you down. How many of you have had that to happen, where the narcissist wear you down, then attack? She said the experience is, where is that at? I'm trying to get this right here. All right, me to school, psychology major, victim. Oh, Sheila, wow. How did you get caught in that? How did you get caught in that in your line of study? He tried to trauma bond me. And what happened, Shama? Is that Shama or Sharner? Yeah, what happened? Was he able to do that? Was he able to do that? She said, yes, the silent treatment had to get out. Oh, of course. The narcissist experience catapulted me to school. Really, he catapulted you to school. That's good. She said he catapulted her to school, and what happened? I'm trying to keep up with this. Also, he encouraged you with what he did to you to get in that line of study, of psychological study, so you'll know what to do. But until you study narcissism, I also got in that line of study, and they're not going to really tell you. They can tell you about cluster B, maybe some personality, but the narcissist study, you're going to have to get that specialty feel, but you'll know the games they play. And they play games with the mind, because if you get the mind, you got the body. You can have the body all you want to. Until you get the mind, you don't get the body. She said the knock broke my hips, and I'm currently in a court situation. District attorney want me to speak to women. She said, I feel real nay. So, guess what? He can't give child support, the silent treatment. Isn't that something? This is amazing. Do you see your experience with the narcs is going to really help a lot of people? And all of this that you're talking about, all of the statements, now you can see, I want you to condense everything you wrote tonight. Condense it in a dream. Put all that in a dream. And the narcissist attacked that dream. And when he attacked that dream, he's still attacking you. Most of the time when the narcissists get in your dream and evade your dream, they end up caving in. You will yield to the Hoover more than those who are not having their subconscious attack. She said he was cold, evil, empty, and almost killed me twice. So you got that lower narcissist. They're violent, or that malignant narcissist. She said, and I got into study. She said, and I got into study. He cannot have my body or mind, or spirit. And she said, no, I'll leave that other word. She said, I felt attacked last night. Severe panic attack came over me. She said, and I was shaking uncontrollable. Can they attack you from afar? Of course. Witchcraft. Hold on 1 minute. Kathy? Hold on, guys. Nobody is in here, and somebody just left out of my door. Okay. So, yes, they can. They can. And it's all about the mind. If they know that you believe what they told you, if they know that you believe that they attack you, and if you know they will tell you, I'll be back. I will always be with you. I will be in your house and you can't see me. I will be in your dreams and you can't feel me, but you will never leave me. No one will never have you. I will always have you. You will always belong to me. You will always be mine. Think about it. And now you're dreaming and you believe them. And some of that, your mind has built that up so much until they told you that so much, until your mind actually believe it. And it's not something that happens. It's something that they told you, you believe, and you're activating it, and you're bringing the past. You have to get that narcissist out of your subconscious, because it's going to roll up in your conscious. When does it roll up in your conscious? When you're awake. She said, had to go no contact with them all, the whole family, okay? She said, the Lord crazy narc I was with had planted knives all over the house. And in one instance, I woke up covered in red pepper. So you are away from him now, right? Are you away from him? Are you away from him now? Sheila, are you still with him, or are you away from him now? You're still with him? I want you to finish the sentence. Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Are you still with him? Are you still with the narcissist? He's in jail. He needs to be right there, and he needs to stay there. Do not play with this narcissist. This is a malignant narcissist. He may be psychopathic. And if they make a promise to come after you, those narcissists will keep their promise. He won't stop. He will become infatuated. He will become obsessed with the thought of you gone. And he'll see it every day, be it every day. And if he's in jail, he's seeing it every day. If he come back, have nothing to do with him. She said, yes, he threatened to kill me. I will not be in. Are you in the same place that you were before? What I need for you to do, Sheila, I need you to write me and leave me your contact number. I need you to write me. Write me at destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. She said, my narc left me for a woman with 5 kids by different men and neglected his own children because she give him fuel. She probably catered to him and give him everything he wants. But what she's going through is what you've been through. You've already been through it. She's going through it, and he's going to do the same thing to her, because narcissists are people of pattern. And her subconscious, she's going to be laying down dreaming, just like you're dreaming. And the pattern is the same. The narcissist is good at what they do because they do it all the time. The narcissist is good at what they do because they do it all the time. If you do something over and over, you are a master. They're in the master class of manipulation. She said, yeah, jump from bed to bed. That's why you don't want him back. He discarded me after his discard. She said, I went no contact for 1 month, and later he hoovered and I ignored, and then stalking and flying monkeys came into the picture. 8 months, no contact. Yes, woo! That's what I'm talking about. Good, 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 good girl. Hang in there. Don't you cave in either. Good girl. You definitely deserve a round of applause. That's not easy. He intimidated me with an assault rifle. Oh my God. These are malignant narcissists. Malignant narcissists usually make promises that they keep. Do not take that they are just insulting you or making threats. Those are not threats. They're making promises, because once they say it, they see it, and they start envisioning it in their mind, and they get high off the seeing this blood, and seeing the threats, and seeing the fear that's in your eyes. And their climatic state is when they do it to see what you look like in your eyes. That's why narcissists can look at you into your eyes while they kill. Please take it seriously. If you need to relocate, you need to relocate. You need to do whatever it takes to make sure your safety is at its highest level, and that your children are at its highest level. Make sure that they're at its highest level. She said, he's with another girl, but keep texting me with different numbers. Yeah, so she won't know that he's doing it. But you got to remember, you were the primary supply. So They are addicted to the primary supply, especially the aging narcissists. And as they get older, they keep moving, keep moving. But see, if they've been with you for a while and you were the primary supply, they know that you're a sure thing. They know that you're going to give them chance after chance after chance. So you stay no contact. There has to be something different where they know there's a game changer. And they know it's a game changer. They can even experience the frequency when you're sleeping in your dreams. And they know when you're being tormented. And they know when you just cut it. You cut them off because they can't feel the frequency. A soul tie is the frequency between two people, no matter the distance, that's still in the mind. And you lock that frequency through thought. They know. So what you got to do is diminish the thought. Don't let them in. And those of you who dealing with malignant narcissists, please listen to me. Psychopaths, sociopathic narcissists, when they make a promise, a lot of times they keep them. They tell you they coming. They coming. If you have to go to your landlord, or you have to go to maybe and talk and maybe put your house up for sale. Get another house if you have equity in that house. Get that equity out, buy you another house, rent that house, or just sell it. Because if someone rented, they'll think it's you, and he may come in on them. So, either way, you have to sell it or rent it, and just pray that he never finds you. I'm hoping that this is some good information for you. And I pray that you all are listening to this information. I don't know who went through the door. I don't know who went through the door.
What do you mean? Someone went out the house?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, she said change my number when. Okay, so absolutely. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. There is a safety factor that we can integrate here. We know what it's like to have these relationships, and they're malignant relationships. Even if they're not a malignant narcissist, they all have trauma, they all have pain, and you have to make a choice with them. Those of you who are Christians, you can go on Into His Chambers. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Periscope, and listen to some of those messages. They will build you up to strength, because some of you need some serious strength to get past these things. You're in some very tremendous things, especially those of you who have children. You want to make sure your child is safe. You want to maximize that safety, right? And so those of you who want to write me at destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. destinyhepper12s@gmail.com, and let's talk about it. All right, what else do we have? Is that Aziza? She said, I went no contact. He is malignant and refused to accept that it's over. Danger, danger, warning, warning, warning. That's a warning sign. And you know he's malignant. You want to do something about that. You definitely want to do something about that. So use your wisdom, use your knowledge, and be one step ahead. Be one step ahead. Always one step ahead. I don't know whether you have children or not, but you got to be always one step ahead, because a malignant narcissist will usually have you on the run. You're constantly on the move, because they're constantly relocating you, because they usually are stalkers. So if they tell you that, they're going to do something, if they tell you something, I will believe it and make sure I act accordingly. Yes, he is a stalker. Absolutely. See? And that's the way it is. And some narcissists get obsessed with their primary source. They're going to do everything the narcissists do, but they're obsessed with you. You will not go anywhere because you're their property. She said, one narc tried to take my son, but it backfired. You know what? You need to thank God for that. It's unfortunate that this is like that. Now you see why your dreams, the dream stealer, and then you have the dream destroyer. The dream stealer always destroys you in the state that the dream stealer always steals your dreams away in the state of sleep. And they try to leave you empty and unfulfilled. And you wake up, you're drained, tired. Sometimes you wake up and you're so depressed. You don't even know what's wrong with you when there was really nothing wrong. You were happy at first because you've been with him for 8 years. Now he's gone. You got your first freedom state, so you are enjoying it. But then the dreams start coming. When the dreams start coming and the narcissist away, he wants to come back. He's hoovering you to come back, and he don't want to be away anymore. The dream destroyer is when you are in with the narcissist, and they're destroying your dreams, they're destroying your goals, they're destroying your success, they're isolating your friends. If the children are old enough, they turn the children against you. They keep the house divided. The golden child and you, they give you the scapegoat. But usually the scapegoat is very argumentative. They're very strong. They don't agree with everything, and that's why they're the scapegoat. He put you with the scapegoat, and you really have the strength. She said, late take what you can say. She said, obviously no contact doesn't work, but the majority of how to deal with the narc is helping me. Let me tell you something. No contact always works. It is the best release you have besides prayer and the word of God. It always works. Remember that, because if you are out of contact with something, it can affect you and influence you other than what you have internalized. What you have internalized can affect you because it goes everywhere you go. But the narcissist start to leave. Believe it or not, the longer you stay away from the narcissist, the more the fog start to leave. You start getting your mind back. Your thoughts start coming quicker. Your memories start coming back. And guess what you start doing? You become a strategist because you strategize for maximum effectiveness. Always. She said, Luke 10:10. She said, but when you enter a town and are not welcome, go into the streets and say, even just absolutely good. That was good. She said, yes, no contact and prayer always work. She said, thank you for referring to the word. You are so welcome. She's a woman of God. Can you reinstate? Yeah, I can restate my email. It is destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. She said, I went on a date tonight and think I met another narc. Is that what she said? Tonight. Oh, that's over. If you think he's a narc, that's not a second date. I would recommend that you block his number. Just get rid of him while you can. Yeah. She said, and he's always in my dreams. Even today, he's just watching sometime in my dream. It's demonic. And he'll hoover, but let me see what she said. He hoovers and what? Okay. He hoovered, but I tried to go no contact and keep praying. Okay, don't try to go no contact. That's like trying to be a little bit pregnant. Go no contact. Stay no contact. When we do these programs, there is a level of victory we have ascertained. And when we do these programs, we usually have a lot under our belt. You can tell the young ones, they still struggling when they're bringing these videos and they haven't got quite through it. But when you get someone who's skilled, Dr. Romney, she's really good. Enlightened Target, she's really good. Integration, she's really good. And of course, my daughter is number one, Dr. Carmen Bryant. You know, we give you all of this, and it really is there to help you. Never play with a Hoover. Never play with the narcissist. Don't talk to him. Don't go Facebook. If you got children where you have to communicate on the item of connection, and that's the children. Once that's over, it's done. Don't look on Facebook, even though everything that you sweating to do it, don't. Distract that thought and do something else. Because once you go no contact breaks the bond. It soon eliminate all of this thinking that you've been doing of the narcissist, where you can do something else. Go no contact, mean no contact, be no contact, have no contact phone, no contact text, no contact any place over the internet other than us contacting for the children. If you have court dates, something happened to the child, something like that. The point of how can I say? The point of connectivity is your communication, not a conversation over. You know, once it go about the kids and he try to say, how you doing? I'm doing fine. I'll talk to you next time when we have kid problems. Don't get that, because you will get caught That's what got you the first time. And it'll do it again. Because there's this vibe that's going on with you and him, even though you're angry right now, he can overthrow that with a love bombing technique. All he needs is a seed. And anytime you get a harvest, all you need is a seed, and it will grow more than one fruit. Remember that. So when you say NC, go NC. The fact that you're having dreams, he's not out of your system yet. It's really bad when you got 10 months. We have to really work on that. But I'm telling you, we can get victory where we can get all of that out of your system. It got into your system. We can get it out of your system. You are stronger than you believe. The fact that you endured that relationship, went through that relationship, you are amazing. You just don't know it. Well, we're going to be your cheerleaders. We're going to make sure you know the truth. The Bible says you should know the truth, and the truth you know, not the truth you assume. The truth you know will make you free. We're going to make sure you know what freedom is like. Your lungs open, you breathe again. You're not incapacitated by limitation and past living. You are looking at your future, and your future is looking at you. We need to do it all over again to make sure that you get what is rightfully yours. She said, I feel like I have adrenaline. Oh, of course you do, fatigue. And I get night sweats as well as the this way for months. Yeah, because you probably still in a state of terror. You had a malignant narcissist. You went through fear for days. You was on edge for days. You were in flight mode for days and couldn't move. Couldn't move because you know it would have been horrific to upset the situation even more. So how many years you endured that? Your body has to reacclimate. Your body is probably so full of cortisol until it's not funny because of the fear, because of the panic attack. Let me tell you something. You can get through this, and you will. Though night sweats still got you on alarm, you're not resting, and probably you can be in jail, but you still look for him around the corner. You got to go to the peace state, but in order to do that, you got to get inner peace. So let's give you some information. Knowledge is a downpour to every part of your body. Knowledge is a downpour to every part of your body. We got to get your body quiet. We got to get you aroused in who you are again. We got to bring that person to the forefront. You got to look in the mirror and look in your eyes and see her again, instead of seeing this emptiness and the past of what you've been through and the trauma of what you've been through. Those are panic attacks. Breathe, honey. Life is for you, and life is big with you, and it does good with you here in this world. You're going to make an impact. Even all the damage you receive is going to turn and work for your good. Your damage is somebody else's healing. Your failure is somebody else's success, and your sweat is going to be somebody else's peace, because you're going to learn how to enter that peace and not sweat and have panic attacks. And inside your brain, you're looking for him. You're still looking for him. That's why you're sweating. Unbeknown to you, you're in search mode. You're expecting him. And you got to get rid of that frequency. You don't want him to come, but you're expecting him. And so you got to get rid of that so you won't draw him to you. She said, that's why they hoover, so they can see if they still have power over you. Absolutely. And that's why they throw the little fleets out before they hoover to see do they have power. She said, please pray for me. I have a court date coming up regarding maintenance and the access to our daughter who is traumatized because of him abusing us. I see open visitation. Okay. You know what? I am going to pray. I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to believe God for you, that God is going to cause all things to work together for your good. that God is going to take this and turn it into a benefit package with the judge and with the lawyers. That God will give you those who are knowledgeable of the situation and not moved by emotional stance, the cries and the lies of the narcissist. I break his influence in the courtroom. He will have no influence in that courtroom. May God maximize your presence and make your presence be the powerful influence that is necessary for this case. And may you and your daughter be free to live, to be, and to become without ever going through this to be again. And may God give you the recognition and the perception when another narcissist come up and he's in full covert mode, that you will uncover that for him to be discovered for what he really is. She said, our dreams consider Hoover. The dream is not a Hoover, but they can Hoover in a dream. The Hoover is when they're pulling on you and they need a mechanism or an arena in which to work. So their ground or their vicinity becomes the dream. And then within the dream becomes the message. And within the message becomes the frequency. And the frequency, when you wake up, it goes from the subconscious to the conscious. So now you are being pulled by a subconscious message into a conscious realm. And now you start feeling obligated because all of your faculties are involved. You have to override that. You have to overthrow that. She said, it hurt. I wasted 33 years. Anniversary, October. You never wasted 33 years, dear. You don't waste that much life. You don't waste that much pain. You use it. You never waste it. You don't put it in a garbage disposal. You put it in a life operation. For 33 years, get 33 women that have been tormented. You get 33 women that have pain. You get 33 women that don't know what to do and where to go. You make it a mission. I will not come out of this empty. ICDT, I can do this. Everybody, you say in your mind, ICDT, I can do this. Tell yourself every day, ICDT, I can do this. And you're going to do it all day, every day. You are a winner and you're never in a losing situation. Your 33 years is loaded power and it's going to work for you. ICDT, I can do this. Yes, Angela said, I can do this. You can do it all day. Yeah. All right, Shauna. She said that I can do this. Shauna said, I can do this. How many of you saying, Lay said, I can do it? Come on. Who else saying that? Nicole said, I can do it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Who else saying it? All right. Rose said, I can do this. Yeah, B said, I can do this. She said, he turned me against God, and he is an atheist and his power of persuasion. No, he calls you to mismanage God, the presence of God, and he's still locked inside of you. He was an atheist that didn't believe, but you were one who believed. Because even with the atheist, you would say, oh, Lord, help me. Oh, God, help me. So he didn't turn you against God. You walked away, but you was never against. You were deceived. That is a big difference. Now you got an opportunity, little princess, to do it again because your Heavenly Father loved you. How can he love me when I walked away? Because daddies never give up walked away girls. He brings them back. You can come back anytime. And you can come in the palace anytime. You can sit at the table and eat like everybody else, like the rest of us. You are a child and you are family. You didn't waste 33 years. You got 33 years of getting better. That's what happened. What else do we have? She said, God gave me all the love I need. Yes, he does, and he's still giving it to you. Good girl. He's giving it to you. And that's the way he is. He's giving it to us, right? Right. Okay, I'm messing with stuff. There you go. I'm messing with stuff and I don't know how to get rid of it. Let me see how I get rid of that. All right. If y'all knew what I was doing over here, I'm doing stuff and I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay. She said, She said they will ruin, what did she say? She said they will ruin your bonds with those who really love you. Of course, that's isolation. I got a video on that. Go get that video by isolation. She said, and by implementing anxiety, self-doubt, fear, sleep deprivation, mistrust, and making you look crazy and make you not trust God, we can do this. Yes, we can do this. I want to get t-shirts. If I get t-shirts, will you buy it? And what I'm going to do is write, I can do this. And it's going to go down with ICDT. We're going to do this, y'all. It's meant for us to do it. This is our time. This is our moment. And we're going to do this. And we're going to do it in a very, very big, big, big way. All right? Remember, every Thursday night, I'm coming on live, and we're going to talk about some things. I want to see you get so strong until you scare the narcissist so bad you scare the hell out of them. And the hell has to run, even if it runs out the door with him. You are more powerful than anybody has ever told you. And the fact that you went through these relationships and you did not break, I call you hero. I call you mighty. She said, can you tell us about your experience? I will write about my experience, and I won't put it over the internet. There's a lot of people that are still family that can get hurt tremendously by this. But I'm writing a book, and I'm going to let you know when it come out, and you can read the book. But I want to protect those who are innocent, and I will protect them. But I could tell you this. Sometimes you can have a narcissist and they're covert. We'll talk about the covert narcissist, because they are the hidden bomb that is left in the closet, and the time ticks until it explodes. Everybody in the vicinity gets hurt, even though the bomb was hidden in the closet. Many of you got closet bombs, and nobody believes you because they don't hear the ticking and they don't see the bomb. But every time you open your closet, you hear it and you see it, and it's mantled to the floor. You can do this. You're great. You're awesome. You're powerful. You're smart. You just made a mistake. You got the wrong one. Use everything they give you and build your life, because you got knowledge that only those who've been through this has. So you are a walking treasure box. Can a covert be someone at the same time? I believe I experienced with the narc who was both. Can a covert? Oh, yes. A covert can be somatic. A covert can be seductive. Yes, there's a lot of, some of them got a covert that's malignant and somatic. Go figure. Everything is undercover. Covert means it's just hidden. They hide it away. They're good at being quiet real loud. And they're good at being vicious real kind. And they're good at killing while they live. Covert, it just means they're covered up. They're hidden. Of course they can. Dr. Sadler. Okay, let me see what she says here. Let me get this. Dr. Sadler, I know you mean narcs. A narc can pass, but if it's hereditary in the family, she said, if it's hereditary, is it in the family and their flying monkeys will be loyal even after death? Absolutely. Usually, narcissist is a traumatic experience. It's a traumatic experience. And if the mom is a narcissist, you can easily find somebody else that is, because they train them in their nasty behavior until that child goes inside of them and locks. Or the golden child who never had their life, and they was always controlled by the narcissist until they start living the life of the narcissist, and they hide in themselves and they lock. And they become narcissistic where they believe everything should happen for them much more deeper than a regular narc because they were the golden child. And we are experiencing that with people that you with and people that you probably married with that was the golden child, and they feel important, they feel privileged, and they feel like you should be honored to do this, but on a much higher scale than a normal narcissist. Because the golden child, they have almost like a triple effect of narcissism on them. And they can be dangerous when they don't have their way. She said, my golden child sister is wicked and evil, of course, because you are the black sheep of the family. And she belittles. She said, she feels entitled. Absolutely. All narcissists do. Even the vulnerable narcissists. You got some narcissists that want pain. They feel entitled to be beat up every day. And they won't stop until you give them pain. And sometimes when you have two narcissists together, you're going to always have the vulnerable one. Two narcissists together will not attract equal strength. That never works. They handle that in the love bombing stage. And then when they get together, there's always a vulnerable narcissist because one has to always be in control. She said she drove my mother to the grave. And she drove my mother to the grave and did deny it, of course, because they never take responsibility of their actions. She said, and it's crazy how many people will believe them. Almost drove myself crazy trying to prove I wasn't the person he said I was, and she said, and I was broken. How could a man who loves me do this? That's why he doesn't love you. That's why he could do it. He doesn't love you. Narcissists, when they say I love you, you better know what they mean. They don't mean I'm going to give myself for you. They don't mean I'm going to put you first. They mean that you're going to satisfy me. You're going to do everything I say, and I'm going to be your number one beyond you and anybody else. Then they say they love you. That's their love. Their love is abuse, use, and trauma. Because they can't love. They don't love themselves. These holes. That's why usually when they find supply, the supply cover their holes of everything they want to be and don't think they are inside. That's what they look for in you. And sometimes the narcissist will look for the worst person in the bad girl, bad boy. Why? Because they feel that inside. But that bad person is not going to do the narcissist. And when they get too many narcissistic injuries because of their behavior, they drop them. Okay, we got a few more minutes. She said, wow, so happy you found the strength to leave. She said, it's the scariest thing ever, even when he was on his best behavior. I felt spiritually sick. Wrong spirit, wrong identification, right perception. So when you perceive right, you can receive right. And one thing about it, they are what they are, no matter how good they are. When it's good, most time it's manipulating because they see something they want. She said they change the frames at will. Nothing, absolutely nothing makes any sense. She said tell them no and watch the meltdown. Calculate moves constantly once you learn who they are. Absolutely. When you tell a narcissist no, they're like a child. A child will find a way to make you say yes. They'll fall out, and if that bothers you, then they win. Or they get up and do it anyway. They will go find what they want when you told them no, and they will do it anyway. Look, guys, we have been on for 72 minutes, and I pray that you have enjoyed being with me live. I thank you so much for those of you who joined me. Thank you for coming, and I'm looking forward. Let's do this again next week. And so look for me after hours on Thursday. Look for me. I am looking forward to doing this. This has really been a tremendous blessing. She said he will make up a lie about me and will repeat the lie to me for years as if it was true. He drove me insane. I did a video on the narcissist, the alternate reality. Go look at that video. They are convinced of their lie. They believe it. You know they lying. They don't know they lying because they think it's true. They live in an alternate world. And so many people think the narcissist is here. In their mind, they're somewhere else. That's why they say the things they say, do the things they do, and you're looking at them like, you've never been to Chicago. And they'll tell you everything they did in Chicago. They'll tell you the people who were there, the day they were there. Well, you got proof the day he was there. He was in New Jersey working. He's, yeah, but somehow I made time to fly to Chicago. And you cannot convince them otherwise, even though you show the ticket to New Jersey. So the narcissists live in an alternate world. That's why they enter your dream world. They want to paint a world that exists in them to exist in you. And when they steal your dreams while you sleep, you wake up with no plans. It's empty. Or if they destroy your dreams while you wake, they break you systematically down where you are in a non-functional state. So either way, the narcissist tried to attack you. She said, will be punished if you tell them otherwise. Absolutely, especially the violent one. The lower and the lower mid can be very violent. They all can be violent, but usually these are violent on a pattern basis. That's what they do to get their fuel. They hit, they beat. And that's why every woman that's ever been with them have been abused. Some of them barely make it. Some of them almost die. And they will go back. And now they got a new supply. They're doing the trauma with them. Physical trauma, not just psychological trauma. All right, guys, I'm going to have to go. I hope you enjoyed yourself. It's always a pleasure to be with you and to talk with you. Thank you so much for every time we meet and the opportunity. And this is my second live video in a long time. And thank you so much. Karen, thank you for being with me. Remember, you can write me at destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. And I have my website is almost ready, and you can go on the website, get the other information that you need. And I do sessions. If you want sessions with me, write me, leave your contact information, and expect a call. This has been so wonderful. Those of you who are on here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Push that bell, and every time I do a new video, you will be alerted. But please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Like and share the page, and I'm going to look for you the very next time. Once again, destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. I do sessions. You were asking, I do. And so you can write me, leave your contact information, and expect a call. So let's meet back here next Thursday at the same time. It's always a pleasure and a joy being with you. And remember, you are great, and you are powerful, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Who was that? Was that Shama? Shauna. Yeah, Shauna. Give me, I want you to write me at destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. destinyhepper12s. I want to talk to you about something so we can get some orchestration with my live taping. Love you. God bless you. She said, thank you, sis. Love you. Oh, I love you too. So make sure you write me destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's meet on the next time. I love you guys. Bye-bye.